that was never called Israel.
What was
They
it?
called it that. The Jew people, the land of Israel, whatever. But it was always Palestine. The thing they don't realize is that the same way the United States took over took over Texas and stuff from Mexico, they went to war for it. But Israel was founded by land that was given to them by the British. It's like war, you know. They fought over after World War II. They gave it to them because they were refugees. Those were European Jews that moved into Israel in 47, and created that state because of some lord that, you know, in Great Britain they had lords that were over different than that. The lord over Palestine was Great Britain's. He was called Lord Belford. So he made a declaration. Oh, sure, y'all can have that land. Once, you know, he gave them that land. So they just took it over from the people that already lived there.
Who was already there?
The Palestinians, who are people that live in that area. They was there. And the Jewish people that came there, they started pushing them out of the land that they already was theirs, and moving them to the West Bank and moving them all over here. So that stuff has been going on since 1917, actually, after World War I. Some of them moved back to that land. They cleaned out the swamps and stuff like that, and they said, oh, this is great. So they started migrating there, but there wasn't a whole lot of them. Then they just started growing and growing, and then when Lord Belford gave them that land, which was called the Balfour Declaration, they started coming from Germany, Czechoslovakia, all over Europe to make that their homeland. And that's why those people are rumbling, because you took their land. You just don't take somebody's land and give it to them just because you was a winner of a war. Same thing they did to Africa. They divided it up into different countries, like Portuguese, the British, and the French had a lot of the land. Then the Germans came later on. But they had a conference in Berlin, and where they just divided the land up. So how much conflict did that create in Africa? I said, oh, wait a minute, man. Y'all belong over here. You belong over. Who said that? The white folks who took over this land and claimed it was theirs. Same like Rhodesia, which was Cecil B. Rhodes was the name of that country. And so now they starting to run them out. They starting to realize, look, man, y'all want us. First of all, y'all wanted us for the real natural resources, our bodies. Now y'all want what's under the ground and which we've always had here. Now y'all want that. So that's why they went after for the resources. Not less, and they thought they were superior than everybody else. So that's one reason. So that's why we should study history, because there's always something deeper than what it was. Just like our 40 acres and a mule, Field Order 15 by William Tecumseh Sherman. That was a field order. They took it back when Johnson took over the presidency. The one that was the Confederate was in charge of the Confederacy. Well, Lincoln got killed. Johnson took over, and he eradicated all the 15 acres and a mule and all that stuff. Anything that was beneficial to black people, he took away during Reconstruction. So there we go, back and forth with all this stuff. But black people don't believe it. And that's why they keep changing the goalposts. They like Lucy and with the football, with Charlie Brown. Every time he gets ready to go kick it, she lifts the football up so he can. And that's what we've been doing a long time. Black folks been doing that for a long time. So it's about time for some of us start waking up. Waking up. And they should read books. Like, I read a book, just what I'm reading now. Well, it's called The Destruction of African Civilization by Chancellor Williams. I think everybody should read that book because it shows how Africa began as a pristine, how they developed things, and how after the slave trade, when the slave trade started, they just deteriorated. So, why would you throw that trash right in the yard? And they ain't gonna find no trash can for it. That's why I carry this. I carry this because I have a garden up the street.
Yeah.
Community garden.
Yes, I can't wait till you guys go in there and start.
I'm always in there. You can
okay.
go in there anytime you want.
Cause I have grass in my back, and I'm ready to plant some stuff in there, but I don't know what to start with, so I was gonna come around there to learn.
Oh, good. Bab's always there. I'm always, well, I live up the street. I'm the one cut the grass and stuff.
Okay.
So, I've been there for a while. But somebody had broken up. We're getting a new fence next week. So somebody from around here broke in the grass, what they call the fence. Went in, took our tool.
Oh my gosh.
Took the we had 2 lawnmowers. One of them was mine. One of them was theirs. We had a generator that the girl that lives right across the street from it, she donated to us. It was a generator, big generator. Took that. We had all the rake. We had rakes, shovels. What you call that thing that you cut the grass with? A weed whacker. What you call them? Wheelbarrows. He stole that. He took everything.
Oh my God.
So when the kids came, because Bev, she graduated high school with me. She's a doctor. So she's got they call it, the kids call it, Dr. Carter, Dr. Carter. I'll say, oh, that's Bev. But because she's my classmate. And the other guy who helps run it is Victor Young. He graduated with me too from over here. Mm-hmm. He used to work for the city as streets department, whatever. They got that, so they own that. We actually own that land, that plot right there.
Great.
Because through the land bank, and
you got land.
They've been there for 10 years now, and it's a non-profit. So that's why Bev is always looking for somebody to come around here.
Okay,
I'm Kenny.
Kenny, your supplies are being replaced already?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You know, because some of it, I guess he didn't get all of it.
Okay.
He was a guy that lives around here. That's so.
Yeah, that's wild. But the community needs that.
Right.
The community needs that. So, yeah, me and my daughter have been talking about it. We're gonna bring the girls around.
I grow in my backyard.
Yeah.
But I grow there. But see, right now,
you gotta teach me.
The easiest thing to start now is we grow lettuce. What's it called? Lettuce, cabbage. Because it's early. They're gonna.
Okay. So anybody looking to start a garden, lettuce and cabbage.
You sign an agreement. The agreement is you're gonna come in there and help us.
What's the address?
What is it? How many block is this?
55th.
I think it's 16. It is 16 something. 16.
What's that corner, Jefferson?
Yeah, it's the corner of Jefferson.
55th and Jefferson. Yeah.
You walk there now.
Okay.
Yeah, because she has students. Oh, he took tables. You know those tables that you for cabaret that you have for picnics and stuff that unfold like that. We had about 5 or 6 of them. Those are mainly for the kids because we have things for them to do. They have paint things, paint the face.
Right.
We have people come in there and so they can get out and do stuff. And the kids come in there and they painted up those tires. Tires that make them look like Smurfs or Minions or whatever. They painted those. So they'll come in there and then they help with the garden. So the kids come and they help with the gardening. Then we got grown-ups, got elders that can't bend over. So we got some boxes that are like here. For
them to garden high up.
Yeah,
oh, that's thoughtful.
But they don't use them. Bev uses them most of the time.
Yeah, that's thoughtful though.
Most of the older women that come, they got boxes that are on the ground.
Okay.
But we got little stools
For them to sit down on.
and sit down and go like that with.
Okay.
Or they can sit in a regular chair.
Okay.
Most of the time, like when they want to turn the grass over, people like me go over there and turn the grass over. That's how I get my exercise.
That's good. You sent a good message. Thank you for that.
Yep, Chancellor Williams. Construction of African Civilization.
I'm reading Message to the People by Marcus Garvey. I'm almost done. I got like 2 chapters left. And I feel that, yes. Yep, exactly. That book is amazing.
Hey, Marcus was something else.
Wasn't he?
You know what? They set him up.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing I keep saying, and I keep saying to people, if I had the money, I would start small. Mm-hmm. What is one tour destination that most people go to Africa, but how do they get there? They don't go on a boat, on a cruise. They go on a plane. Mm-hmm. How did we get here?
On a boat. Listen, I had ancestors.
Why don't we have the trips to Africa?
I wish you could see me in his glasses.
Big boat. You don't need a big boat. You start out like Marcus Garvey. Get one of you, but.
Let me tell you who predated Marcus Garvey. I got an ancestor by the name of Paul Cuffey who did it before Marcus Garvey did it.
Right?
Come on. Let's talk about it.
So why don't they have trips? Like they got them going to Jamaica. They got them going everywhere else on these boats. Why don't some African people get together and start a tourist destination to Ghana? Travel by boat.
Brown.
From the United States to Africa. Reverse, what do we call that? The Atlantic slave trade. Reverse, except for we're not being traded. Right. We're just making that journey, spiritual journey, back the same way we came.
Yeah. But what do you say about the people who say I'm not leaving? That would make somebody a lot of money. I'm not talking about to stay. I'm talking about to visit. Right.
Or if you want to stay, you can stay. But who's to prevent? That's one way to pick up the tourism for that particular country or those particular countries in Africa, just by getting them to travel there. Take that, what's the name, that current that that led them to Brazil and to the Americas. I forget what they call that current that you can get on a boat and it'll take you from Africa to
the same ones we sell and taught them how to sell.
The one they stole. They stole the maps.
Yeah.
The Portuguese guys stole the maps. I got that book. Oh, that's the book I'm reading. It's called African History. Black as F. History by Michael Harriot, right? Michael Harriot, he writes for the Root and Griot. He's a writer, but he narrates. He's a historian, but he writes and narrates a book about African American history, and it starts with the slave trade, the first slave trade, and he gets deep, and he'll be cracking up listening to it. But it's one way of listening to the true story of those people that are in the history books that they teach us, but didn't do a damn thing. But they like Henry the Navigator, never even got on a boat, but yet he's responsible for the ones for giving them the maps or something that he got from somebody else.
They stole from somebody else.
Yeah, but Michael Harriot explains that too. Okay. He explains it in his book, Black as Fuck History. I got it right here. You gonna crack? Yeah. Oh. I got it on
I don't know. Put it back inside the thing.
On my audio book. It's one of the best ones. I'm reading it again. Or listening to it again.
Yeah. Hi, babe.
You selling stuff?
I'm just taking pictures of it so I can put it on my website.
Okay.
You like it?
Yeah, this shirt is, what does it say? Caution,
I had PTSD,
Yeah.
post-traumatic stress
Where's your
disorder from being black and living in America. I know that's right.
And then
Y'all
on the back,
do.
yeah?
I know it's some tragedy, some lynchings or something on the back.
Yeah, I see.
That's where the post-traumatic stress is gonna come.
Yep, I see. I like that.